Have you ever felt trapped in an endless cycle of trying to control everything? Daily, we strive to grasp every aspect around us, from work and relationships to personal expectations. But do you realize that the effort to control too much can be the barrier preventing us from achieving success and happiness? It's pretty thought-provoking, isn't it? Let's delve into the perspective of Warren Buffett, a renowned billionaire investor, who once said that when he thinks of sacrifice, he immediately thinks of time because it's the only thing no one can buy. He can buy anything he wants, but fundamentally, he cannot buy time. From this, we can see that time is the most precious asset each of us possesses, and investing our time and effort selectively into what truly matters can yield more benefits than trying to control everything. So, how do we let go of unnecessary things and focus on what truly matters? This helps us achieve our goals and creates space for good things to happen naturally. Let's explore the art of letting go and the principle of don't force anything in life, from work to relationships and even within ourselves. You'll find that letting go a little sometimes can make life much lighter and more livable. Keep reading to discover the fundamental principles and real-life stories to help you understand how to let life flow naturally without forcing or rushing. Indeed, this knowledge and experience will bring you fresh and valuable perspectives, helping you live a more fulfilling and happy life. Principle 1. Let go of things that are not meant for you. Life is always full of challenges and pain, both physically and mentally. The crucial point is how we face and overcome these experiences. One of the essential lessons from Stoic philosophy is letting go of things that do not belong to us to achieve inner freedom and true happiness. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is not things themselves that trouble us, but our opinions of things." How we perceive and react to events determines our suffering or happiness. To achieve peace, we must learn to let go of what we cannot control and focus on what we can change. Consider the story of Anna, a young, enthusiastic entrepreneur. She started a business project with her close friend, investing a lot of passion, finances, and emotions into this venture. Initially, they strongly believed in their idea and partnership, hoping it would become a successful and influential brand. However, after many months of hard work, the business results still needed to be promising. Each business report brought disappointment, and despite trying to change strategies and approaches to customers, they couldn't improve the situation. Anna started feeling exhausted and discouraged, unsure how to turn things around. In a long, sleepless night, Anna turned to a book on Stoic philosophy, a gift from the friend she started the business with. She began reading and gradually realized that although she couldn't control the project's outcome, she could control how she reacted to these situations. After much reflection, Anna decided to let go of the project. It was a difficult decision, but necessary to free herself from constant pressure and stress. Anna redirected her career towards a field in which she was genuinely passionate about health and beauty. Here, she felt she could control and contribute meaningfully. This transition not only brought her peace, but also new success. She learned that controlling what she could and letting go of what she couldn't was the key to finding inner strength and happiness. Stoic philosophy teaches us that letting go is not about giving up on goals or passions, but is a wise and self-aware action. When we accept that not every effort leads to success as we wish and not everything belongs to us, we truly begin the path to freedom and happiness. Remember, time is everything. When we are ready, what we deserve will come to us. Let go of unnecessary burdens each day and open your heart to new, good things. Only then can we live a truly fulfilling and meaningful life. Principle 2. Eliminate the fear of losing happiness. Fear, especially the fear of losing happiness, can significantly diminish our freedom and creativity in life. Fear makes us more compliant and passive, losing opportunities to explore and develop ourselves. Stoicism, with its philosophy of focusing on what we can control, offers a new approach to dealing with this fear. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This reminds us that fear is often the result of exaggerated scenarios in our minds rather than a reflection of reality. Stoicism encourages us to control our reactions to events rather than worrying about what we cannot control. Imagine you are in a long-term relationship. Initially, everything was beautiful, and you felt inseparable from your partner. However, over time, the initial joy and connection faded, replaced by arguments and dissatisfaction. You feel anxious and fearful that if you break up, you will never find someone who understands and loves you as they do. However, after much thought and self-reflection, you realize that continuing a relationship that no longer brings happiness only causes more suffering. You decide to let go, accepting that things have changed and the relationship has fulfilled its role in your life. This decision is difficult, but it frees you from pressure and fear. Soon after, you start meeting new people who bring you genuine joy and connection. By embracing change and not letting fear control you, you open space for new and meaningful things. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we nurture positive thoughts and accept life as it is, we can achieve a happy and meaningful life regardless of circumstances. By not allowing fear to cloud our vision and refraining from forcing things our way, we open up possibilities for positive outcomes. Remember, practicing fearlessness and non-coercion expands our capacity to experience happiness. Stoicism has taught us this valuable lesson for thousands of years and remains relevant in modern life. Be brave to let go of fear. You will find life much lighter and more accessible. Principle 3. Let go of toxic things. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, physically and mentally, is essential in modern life. We often get caught up in the whirlwind of work, relationships, and daily pressures, leading us to hold on to toxic elements we might not even recognize. However, letting go of these elements can bring peace and more effective emotional control. Stoic philosophy, with its teachings of acceptance and non-resistance to what cannot be changed, offers us valuable lessons on letting go. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us that we should focus on managing our emotions and reactions instead of controlling everything around us. Consider the story of Emma, a young, passionate designer. Emma spent years developing a product line about which she was frank. She invested much time, money, and creativity into every little detail. However, despite all her efforts, her product wasn't received as expected. Sales were low, customer feedback wasn't positive, and her joy in work gradually vanished. Emma had to face the reality that her project wasn't succeeding. Night after night, she struggled with whether to continue. Finally, after much contemplation and discussion with colleagues and advisors, Emma decided to let go of the project. This decision wasn't easy, but it freed her energy and resources to focus on new opportunities. By letting go, Emma created space for better things to emerge. She started exploring new projects that better aligned with market trends and consumer preferences. This revitalized her career and restored her confidence in her creative abilities. Letting go of toxic things isn't a failure. It's an important step to open up new opportunities. Sometimes, letting go is not just about freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens, but also about finding true freedom and happiness. Be courageous to face and let go of what no longer fits to make room for better things in life. Principle 4. Accept the truth no matter how difficult. One of the most important lessons that Stoic philosophy teaches us is learning to accept the truth, no matter how difficult it may be. Acceptance frees us from illusions and equips us with the strength to face future challenges more effectively. Life doesn't always go as planned. There are times of failure, loss, and uncontrollable events that make us feel hopeless. However, instead of denying or resisting these realities, Stoicism advises us to accept them courageously. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together." The story of Derek vividly illustrates this principle. Derek was a dynamic employee in the IT sector, passionate and dedicated to his work. He took pride in his contributions and believed he was an indispensable part of the team. But over time, he realized that his efforts were no longer appreciated. His ideas were often overlooked in meetings, and when there was success, he received little or no recognition. Despite trying to adapt and work harder, Derek didn't see any positive change from his superiors. Finally, he left his once-loved job to seek a new working environment where he could be more valued. This decision wasn't easy, but necessary for his personal and professional growth. Derek accepted that his current job was no longer suitable for him. This acceptance freed his energy and allowed him to focus on finding new opportunities. Consequently, he found a new job where he was recognized and appreciated, bringing him satisfaction and happiness. Accepting the truth is about acknowledging what cannot be changed and focusing on what we can control. By accepting reality, we stop wasting time and energy on useless things and open the door to new opportunities. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up, but is a step forward to create positive change and personal development. Remember, life isn't always fair, but it is always a journey we can choose to face wisely and calmly. When we learn to accept the truth, we not only face it courageously, but can also turn it into a force for change and growth. Principle 5. When one door closes, another door opens. In life, things don't always go as we wish. We sometimes face rejection, failure, or unexpected changes. However, the important thing is to learn to accept and believe that when one door closes, another one will open. Stoicism emphasizes that instead of sinking into despair, we should focus on finding and opening new opportunities. Let's consider the story of Bernie Marcus. At 49, Bernie had worked hard for over 20 years and finally reached a management position at his company. He thought he could comfortably retire if he continued working for a bit longer. But unexpectedly, he was fired. "You're fired." Bernie couldn't believe his ears. "Why? What did I do wrong?" "You did nothing wrong. It's just that the company is growing slowly, and the leadership decided to lay off some staff." As a business manager, Bernie became one of many unemployed people. With high living costs and financial pressures, he had to look for a new source of income. During this time, he often sat in a cafe, feeling confused and mentally stressed. One day, he met Arthur Blank, a former colleague who was also laid off. They shared their difficulties and started thinking about the future. "Why don't we start our own business?" This idea sparked a flame in Bernie, reigniting his passion and dreams. From a small cafe, they planned their new company with the motto, "Lowest prices, best service." This company later became one of the largest furniture chains in the US, the American Home Storage Company. In just 20 years, They grew from a little-known company to a Fortune 500 business with 775 stores, 150,000 employees, and annual revenue of $30 billion. Bernie Marcus's story illustrates that when one door closes, another door opens. Change isn't always easy, but it brings new and unexpected opportunities. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the important thing isn't what happens to us, but how we react to it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together." Instead of feeling hopeless when one door closes, we should see it as an opportunity to seek and open new doors. Acceptance and self-control aren't about surrendering, but actively embracing life's ups and downs. When we learn to accept and adapt to inevitable changes, we find peace and can open up new opportunities and grow comprehensively. Remember, when one door closes, another door opens. The important thing is to have the courage and patience to seek and open new doors so we can explore and experience better things in life. Conclusion: on the journey to happiness and success, letting go of what doesn't belong to us is an art we need to learn and practice. Through the principles of Stoic philosophy, we see that acceptance and non-coercion are the keys to freeing ourselves from unnecessary burdens and opening space for new opportunities. Principle 1 teaches us that not every effort leads to the desired success, and letting go of what doesn't fit is the way to find inner strength and happiness. Principle 2 encourages us to eliminate the fear of losing happiness, focus on what we can control, and open our hearts to positive changes. Principle 3 emphasizes the importance of letting go of toxic elements, helping us maintain a healthy and peaceful lifestyle. Principle 4 calls on us to accept the truth, no matter how difficult, to face reality more effectively. Finally, Principle 5 reminds us that when one door closes, another door opens, and change is not the end but the beginning of new opportunities. Be brave to face challenges and difficulties in life. Accept what cannot be changed, and let go of what no longer fits. You will find true freedom, peace, and happiness by practicing these Stoic principles. Don't hesitate to share your stories and experiences about letting go and acceptance in life. Your lessons and experiences can inspire and help others on their journey to find happiness and success. Leave a comment, hit like, and share this article with your friends and family to explore and practice letting go together, helping us live a more fulfilling and meaningful life.